Hi students, I am Dr. Wankhede. Today we are going to discuss Bayes optimal classifier and minimum description length principle. So these two topics we will discuss in today's lecture. I hope that means you have studied some probabilistic calculations and some basic principles of the probability, because we are using some basic principles and the basic operations of the probability in this probabilistic approaches. Just recall these basic formulas for the probabilities. So some rules are there. Say for example, product rule and sum rule and the theorem of total probability. So product rule is nothing but the probability of the conjunction of A and B of the two events. So suppose A and B are the two events, and we have to calculate the probability of these two random events. Then how we can calculate? So as shown in this equation, the probability of the conjunction of A and B is equals to the probability of A with respect to B, and we will calculate this and the probability of B, and we will multiply these two probabilities, then we will get the total probability of a conjunction of the two events A and B. Similarly, we can also calculate by this equation probability of B with respect to A and the probability of A and the multiplication of this two probability. So that's why it is known as the product rule. Means whenever we have to calculate the probability of conjunction of two events, whether it is means P and Q, R and S, A and B, X or X and Y, like that. So if two events are there and we have to calculate the probability of conjunction of these two variables, then we can calculate in this way. The second rule is sum rule. So if there are two events A and B, and we are calculating the probability of a disjunctions of these two events, then probability of A or B means probability of disjunctions of the two events A and B is equals to the probability of A plus probability of B minus probability of A and B, means probability of a conjunction of the two events A and B. So these are some basic formulas. These are some basic formulas for calculating the probabilities by using product rule and by using sum rule. So it depends, means what data is given, how means what events are given, and what is the relationship, and means we are calculating on the basis of conjunction, on the basis of disjunction. We will apply the respective formula to calculate the probability in the combination of these two events, whether it is conjunction or disjunction. Then the third one is the theorem of total probability. Now, if the events are A1, A2, A3, A4 up to AN, and these events are mutually exclusive, then we can calculate the total probability of all these events using this formula. So summation of I equals to 1 to n, the probability of AI, that is equals to 1. As we know that the total probability is always 1. So that's why, means when we add these all the exclusive events A1 to AN and probability of all these events, when we add together, then the total we will get 1. So the summation of probability of all events is 1. So this is the general formula again. And the probability of B, the probability of B equals to the summation of I equals to 1 to n probability of B with respect to the event AI, with respect to AI, and the probability of AI. So this is the probability of B. This is the probability of B. So these are the some basic formulas we can use for the calculation of the probabilities for various situations on the basis of the given data and given certain conditions. The minimum description length principle. So this is the topic what we are going to discuss. Now, when we have seen the decision tree classifier, so is a decision tree classifier, that is ID3 algorithm, inductive bias favoring shorter decision tree, a sound basis for generalizing beyond the training data? To answer this question, the philosophers and the researchers debated on these questions. So in this regard, the William of Ockhams he was one of the first to discuss this question around 1320. So this bias often goes by his name. So Occam's razor, it prefers the shortest, simplest hypothesis that fits the data. Of course, the means giving an inductive bias a name does not justify it. Why should one prefer the simpler hypothesis? But one argument is that because there are the means fewer short hypotheses than long one, one will find a short hypothesis that coincidentally fits the training data. And if, in contrast, if there are many complex hypotheses that fits the training data, it may fail to generalize correctly to subsequent data. So in this session, we will discuss the minimum description length principle. Here we consider the Bayesian perspective on this issue, and the principle which we are using, it is known as the minimum description length principle. This principle is motivated by the definition of maximum a posteriori. That map, H map, already we have discussed. So the equation of the definition of H map, that is equals to H map it is equals to what we have seen, argmax argmax means probability of data D which holds the hypothesis H into probability of the hypothesis. So here this hypothesis is belongs to the space H. So this is the H map. Okay. So now the this is for the means maximum posteriori. If we calculate the minimum, if we calculate the minimum, then H map argmin. So H map minimum means argmin this is minimum, that is H belongs to the space H. It is minus log of the base 2 probability of data D with respect to the hypothesis H minus log to the base 2 probability of hypothesis H. So this is the formula for calculating the arg mean. So to minimize the expected, whatever you are expecting, to minimize that, this equation can be used. Minus log 2 pH, this one, it is the description length of H under the optimal encoding for the hypothesis space H. It means this is the size of the description of hypothesis H using this optimal representation. And minus log 2 the probability of data with respect to the hypothesis hold H. It is the description length of the training data D with given hypothesis H under its optimal. So the minimum description length principle recommends choosing the hypothesis that minimize the sum of these two description lengths. Two description lengths. So suppose there are two main actors. One is the H, is the space, and second is the D, which is training data labels. So there LCH, LC1H is the bits to describe the tree H, and LC2 of data D, means training data D, with H is bits to describe D with given H. So one note is also given that LC2 of data D with hypothesis hypothesis related to decision trees H equals to 0 if the examples classified perfectly by the decision tree hypothesis. What is this LC1 or LC2? It is explained here. So LCX, it means it is the description length of X under encoding C. Under encoding C. So hence the HMDL traits of tree size for the training errors. Now the hypothesis of maximum a posteriori probability, it is argmax. H belongs to the space H, probability of the data, training data, which holds the hypothesis, and probability of the hypothesis, which can now be means changed with the minimum description length principle, that is we can express in terms of the maximizing the log base 2. So the same equation can be rewrite as this: log base 2 probability of data uh, with respect to the hypothesis plus log 2 probability of hypothesis. And again it can be expressed minimizing the negative of this quantity. So H map argmin, it is negative log of base 2 probability of data with respect to the hypothesis minus log of base 2 probability of hypothesis. So this is the minimum, this is the minimum description length principle, what we can again rewrite, as discussed in the previous slide, So these are some interesting facts from the information theory. The optimal means it is a, say for example, shortest expected coding length. The optimal code for an event with probability p is minus log 2 p bits. So when, if we interpret this one minus log of 2 probability of the hypothesis, it is the length of h under optimal code, and the negative log of 2 probability of d, which holds h, is a length of d given h under optimal code. So these two quantities we can consider as a negative quantities, which can be means minimize the length. So the hypothesis that minimizes the length of hypothesis and the length of misclassifications, length of the hypothesis and the length of the misclassifications. So in this example, means let us consider that we wish to apply this minimum description length principle to the problem of learning the decision trees from some training data. So what should we choose for the representations? C1 and C2 we have discussed in the previous slide. So to keep uh, the things easy and the simple, suppose the sequence of the instances, say for example, the instances x1 to xm. These are the sequences of the instances, and these are already known for the known to both the, say for example, transmitter and receiver. In this encoding problem, so that we need only transmit the classification function, suppose f of x1, f of x1 to f of xm, f of xm. Now if the training classification, if the training classification of f of x1 to f of xm are identical to the prediction of the hypothesis, then there is no need to transmit any information about these examples. So the description length of the classification given the hypothesis, in this case it will be 0. It will be 0. Suppose in the case where some examples are misclassified by H, where some examples are misclassified by the H, means the tree, then for each misclassification, we need to transmit a message. That identifies which examples are misclassified. As well as its correct classification. So in this example, say for example, log to m means message, log to m bits, and the correct message, say for example, log to k bits. So these two bits we have to transmit. So the hypothesis HMDL means minimum description length principle. Under the encoding C1 and C2, each just one that minimizes the sum of this description length. So the minimum description length principle provides a way of trading of hypothesis complexity. It provides a way of trading of hypothesis complexity for the number of errors committed by the hypothesis. So it selects a shorter hypothesis that makes a few errors over a longer hypothesis that perfectly classifies the training data. And it provides the method for dealing the issue of the overfitting data. Overfitting data. So these are two problems with the machine learning model, that is the overfitting and the underfitting. So this MDL principle is mostly used and provide the methods for dealing with the overfitting issue. Now the classifier Bayes optimal classifier we will discuss. So far we have consider the situations or the question, what is the most probable hypothesis given the training data, or what is the most probable classification of the new instance given the training data. So to answer these questions, we used the maximum a posteriori hypothesis to the new instance and to develop some intuitions, say for example hypothesis space containing the hypothesis, these three hypotheses, say for example H1, H2, H3. Suppose that the posterior probabilities of these hypotheses given the training data are 0.4, 0.3 and 0.3 respectively. H1 is a map hypothesis. Suppose a new instance X is encountered which is classified positive by H1 but negative by H2 and H3. This one. Taking all hypotheses into account and the probability that X is positive is 0.4 like this. The probability that it is negative is therefore 0.6. The most probable classification negative is, in this case it is different from the classification generated by the map. So in general, the most probable classification of the new instance is obtained by combining the predictions of all hypotheses weighted by their posterior probabilities. And if the possible classification of the new example can take on any value Vj, from the set V, then the probability of Vj with respect to the training data, that the correct classification for the new instance is Vj is equals to probability of Vj with respect to the given data D is the summation of Hi from the set H, the probability of Vj with the hypothesis Hi multiplied by probability of Hi with the given training data D. It is negative. it is negative. So this is the Bayes optimal classifier. This is the Bayes optimal classifier. Argmax Vj, which belongs to the set V, summation of Hi from the set H, probability of Vj with hypothesis I, the probability of hypothesis I with the data D. So the any system that classifies the new instance says as per this equation, as per this equation is called the Bayes optimal classifier or Bayes optimal learner. So this method maximizes the probability that the new instance is classified correctly given the available data, hypothesis space, and prior probabilities over the hypothesis. Say for example, in the learning Boolean concepts using the version space, the Bayes optimal classification of a new instance is obtained by taking the weighted vote among all members of the version space, with each candidate hypothesis weighted by its posterior probability. One thing note here, the property of the Bayes optimal classifier is that the prediction it makes can correspond to the hypothesis not contained in space H. So in this example or in this equation, the labeling of instances defined in such a way where the equation is used to classify every instance X, we need to do the labeling and need not correspond to the instance labeling of any single hypothesis H from the space capital H. So we can view this situation think of the Bayes optimal classifier as effectively considering a hypothesis space H dash hypothesis space H dash different from the space hypothesis H, different from the space hypothesis H. And in particular, H dash effectively include the hypothesis that perform comparisons between linear combinations of predictions from multiple hypotheses H.